Morning children. In your previous class we studied about the spherical mirrors and also the terms related to spherical mirrors, that is both concave and convex mirror. You just recall those children. See, first one is pole. It is the center of the reflecting surface of the mirror. It is called as the pole and it is denoted by P. And principal focus, it is denoted by F, and here all the reflected rays by a spherical mirror, they coincide in a single point called as the principal focus. We denote it by F. And C is the center of curvature. Here the center of the spherical mirror, which is the part of the sphere, is called as the center of curvature. And focal length, see here the distance between the pole and the principal focus, it is called as the focal length. The distance between the P and F means here the pole and the principal focus, it is called as the focal length. Now radius of curvature, it is the distance between the pole and the center of curvature, it is the radius of curvature. We denote it by R. Now here see children, here PF, it is the focal length, and now we can say here the radius of curvature is twice the focal length. We can see here PF equals to F, means it is the focal length. Now we can write here radius of curvature, that is the distance between the P and C, that is PC equals to R. This equals to 2F, means here the distance between P and F and C both are equal here children, it is also F. The distance between F and C, it is also the focal length. Now we can write here the distance between the pole and the center of curvature, which is the radius of curvature, that is twice the focal length, means we can write it as R equals to 2F. This implies that the principal focus of a spherical mirror, it lies midway between the pole and the center of curvature. See children, here the portion Mn, see this portion Mn, it is called as the aperture. It is the small part of the sphere and we call it as the aperture. This is the aperture and it is the small part of the sphere. And here now we will see here how we can form the images in the different way, having different cases on both the concave and convex lens children. See here children, in the first case, that is concave mirror. See here this is the concave mirror. Here this is the principal axis, this is the principal axis and this is the pole. Now this is the incident ray and this incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, and after reflection it will pass through the principal focus. See children, this is the principal focus F, and this is the center of curvature C. Now here this is the incident ray. After reflection it will pass through the principal focus. This incident ray after reflection it will pass through the principal focus. This is the incident ray. This is the pole, children. See, in case of a concave mirror, a ray parallel to the principal axis, which is the incident ray, after reflection it will pass through the principal focus. Now here, children, the distance between the focus and the pole, this distance between the principal focus and the pole, it must be equal to the distance between the incident ray and the principal axis. Remember here, children, the distance between the principal focus and the pole, it should be equal to the distance between the incident ray and the principal axis. And after reflection, this is incident ray is passing through the principal focus. Now here C is the center of curvature. Now if we draw a perpendicular from the center of curvature to the mirror, see, children, we will draw a perpendicular from the center of curvature to the mirror here. See, this is the center of curvature. We are drawing a perpendicular to the center of curvature and to the mirror, and now this will be the angle of incidence and this is the angle of reflection. We denote them by I and R. Understood, children? Now in case of a concave mirror, the incident ray after reflection it will pass through the principal focus, and the distance between the principal focus and the pole, it should be equal to the distance between the incident ray and the principal axis. And if you draw the perpendicular from the center of curvature to the mirror, this is the angle of incidence and this is the angle of reflection. So this is the case of concave mirror, children. Now we will discuss about the convex mirror. Convex mirror. See, children, this is the convex mirror. Now this is the principal axis, this is the principal axis and this is the pole, this is the incident ray. Now here, children, the principal focus will be here now in case of a convex mirror, and this is the center of curvature C. Now here also the distance between the two parallel lines, that is the incident ray and the principal axis, it should be equal to the distance between the pole and the principal focus. Now here the incident ray, it will get reflected here, children. See, it will appear to diverge here from the principal focus. This is the reflected ray Now it will appear that it is reflected from the focus, children. If we extend this, now here will be the see children, again if we draw the perpendicular here from the center of curvature to the mirror. Now here this will be the angle of incidence I and this will be the angle of reflection R. Understood children? In case of a convex mirror, the ray get reflected here from the focus. Now here also the distance between the P and F, that is the pole and the principal focus, it is equal to the distance between the incident ray and the principal axis. And if we draw the perpendicular to the center of curvature to the mirror here, this will be the I, angle of incidence, and this is the angle of reflection R. Understood children? Here this is the image formation when the ray which is reflected when it is passing through the principal focus and when it appears to diverge from the principal focus. You read this all children. Next we will study in our next class. Thank you.